So this morning we had a beekeeping 101 class, and some friends of mine came to check their hives that they keep here, and they were noting the beautiful asters that we just have like growing wild, kind of looking like a wildflower meadow. Oh, and you can see one of the honeybees is on one of them over there. Look at over here. I mean, like, they're just, it's like a wildflower meadow, like I'm saying. And she was kind of crying because I asked her, I said, don't you have these here at your house? And she said, no, the HOA doesn't allow weeds. Weeds. This is not, look at this. Isn't this beautiful? You actually purchase seeds for asters, right? This is an aster plant, and they consider it a weed. So that's really sad. But yeah, the honeybees, there's a honeybee right over here. I'm just kind of watching her gathering pollen off the asters. So yeah, just a sad thing. These are not weeds. Dear HOA, not a weed. The beryls are one of my favorite flowers of the Southwest, and I just spooked a native bee out. But aren't those just lovely? Look at the colors. They look like a sunset, and I just absolutely love. I'm getting talked to. My chickens are like, come on, bring the victuals. So I do have a treat for the chickens today. I went around and I plucked just the top. I didn't pull them out, but I snapped off the top of the amaranth. As you can see, some of it is tasseling. My goodness, they know I have a treat. Some of it's tasseling, but before it starts to seed, I will snap it back, make it regrow some more, just because it makes a great chicken feed. My chickens absolutely love it. So I have fava beans over here, and I put in 23 seeds of, I think, tatsoi. And then I put in 10 seeds of gazania. So we'll see how these do. I can't find my cover. I usually have something that can help cover these so that the birds can't get them, but hopefully they won't get in here, and hopefully there will be plenty of other things to eat, because I do have plenty of stuff popping up everywhere else for the birds. Lots of seeds of like lamb's quarters and things like that. And then here we have some volunteer marigolds. So yeah, I'm not pulling those out. Those can just stay where they're at. One of the other things that I'm doing is as I walk, I'm pulling goat heads. These here are so freaking nasty. And right now is a great time with the rains to pull them by the roots, and also to notice them and try to get them before the seeds are ripe and burst. Like here's another one. Oh, so yeah, gotta pull that out. There's a penstemon right next to it, but this is a bad plant, good plant, bad plant. So this is all, you know, besides being called goat head, it's also called puncture vine, because it's got all these sharp seed heads that will like stick to everything. And so yeah. Also, there's another plant that looks very similar to this. It's called Arizona poppy, or calthrop. And so I do have a how to tell the difference between the two in a video, and I will put that link below. Hey everybody, this is Monica with King's Titan Homestead, and you're looking at a pile of rock. Not just any rock though. This came out of some a collection that was brought to the Tucson Mineral and Alley Fossil Show by a gentleman that got it in a collection, rock collection, from the shores of Lake Michigan. So we're thinking that there might be some euperlites in here, maybe some other rocks that have some kind of fluorescent activity. So we are going to look at this again at night. Okay, this is just going to be like a sneak peek because I'm in the middle of making dinner. So without the dogs helping me here, see if there's anything. Oop, there's one that fluoresces. Oop, there's one underneath there. Oop, there's something there. There's something there. So there are a few things in here in this group that are going to fluoresce. So we'll be going through it and pulling those out and probably putting up most all of those. That's a rock right there. In there, that's a fossil. You can see the like a Petoskey stone. That one fluoresces. Ooh, look at that one. All right, we're definitely going to be coming back. And yeah, like I said, these are, we're gonna pull out, that looks like obsidian. Yeah, these are all from the shores of Lake Michigan. So we're gonna sort through these, and I'll have you guys come along on that journey, and we'll show you what we're gonna be putting up for sale.
Get a lot of them.
That's good. So look at all that comb up in there. Wow. Okay, so last night I was at a school and pulling irrigation box hive, and what we did is we just put the cover flipped over directly into the net for as much containment as possible, and then we sucked up the rest of the bees and put them in the bee vac containment box. So now what we're going to do is reunite them, but a long time ago I put a hive in my hex hive. It was a small colony. I think it was a swarm, but anyway, they did not stay. They ended up moving into one of my equipment piles. So these girls are going to get a fancy new house, a hex hive, and I'll show you that here more in a minute. Okay, I pulled the comb that I was going to use, and this hive had a meltdown. So the hive was already suffering from a little bit of trauma, but right now what I'm doing is I'm looking for the queen. And when we were removing the bees from the bottom part of the irrigation box, all of the bees that were running across the ground were actually heading over here to this net. So I am hoping that the queen is actually in here, but if she's not, then she's got to be in the box, which would not be likely because the box was extremely irritated this morning. You know, they were not clumping together, they were just basically everywhere. So I'm assuming that they're queenless, that they so we're looking for the mom here. Okay. Let's see if I can find her. Okay, I just saw her. What I did was I just shook the cover down into my net, and there's the body. You probably saw her before I did just now, but so there's the girl. It's the one that we're looking for. Okay, so I put her in a cage with the candy plug. I normally use JZBZ, but I'm all out. So we'll give them a second here while I put some of their comb in frames. Okay, so almost done setting this up. The queen is in here. She's in a cage. In that cage I showed you right between here. I saved 3 of their combs of brood. And so if anybody doesn't know, the hexagon style hive is actually frames and top bar. So it's a really unique style. It's very interesting. Recommended once. I got some dead larvae over here that fell out. Like I said, they might have some issues because they had collapsed. There was some dead brood. Hopefully they'll recover from that. That's why I didn't say very much of it. I just want the scent of the brood. I don't want them having to clean up too much if it is not usable for them. So just gives them something to start with. So again, I've got some frames. I need a couple more of their bars. Okay, so this is one of the reasons why I say not for beginners, but for somebody who's got a little bit more experience. I like to start with the bars a lot closer together. The frames are good here, but getting the bars, there's too much of a gap, so it's going to take some constant maintenance in order for them not to do as much burr comb and to get the direction straight. Okay, here we go, reuniting. As you can tell, there's bees going in and out of the entrance now. Hopefully they understand that that's the house. The queen is in there. She's in that bottom box here. I added a second box. This is a feeding tray that I'm going to be putting. It's made for sugar syrup, but I don't like that. I'm going to be putting a candy board in there. And then I want to do something different with the roof. I'm going to probably cool coat that. But for the meantime, we're going to, hopefully these will stay and that they won't move into another empty colony that I have sitting around here, another equipment pile. I believe this probably is a Tsuke Pueblo miniature. Clay body is the closest to that. It also has like a very light white slip, and as you can tell, there's a small chip in the rim. Navajo Kachina. I think this is lot number 31. I'll have to double check. The pot carry on the back. And let's see here, what do we got here? It was made in 1994. Title is Pot Carrier by M. Brown. We have a few vials of Mexican opal available. There's a couple of them that are, ooh, look at the fire in that one. Ooh, look at the fire. That one was pretty. Oh, sorry. I think I just saw a squirrel. Yeah, ooh, here's another one coming with fire in it. So they've been stored in water so that they stay workable. Oop, fire over there. Oop, fire there. Yeah, so we have quite a few vials available. Most of them are around $35 a piece. We do have a couple of them that are in the $130 and $150 price ranges. So if you're interested in some Mexican opal, drop us a private message. Here we have a small vial of Arizona agate.